a choice. Sometimes we get out and we feel like our back against the wall, we ain't got no other option. That's not true.
So you gotta use that to your advantage when you get out, bro, and just stay focused on executing your game plan.
What's up, man?
For sure, all good.
What's going on, Clean Family? Listen, man, as you know, we love to bring industry experts from a variety of different industries, man, to bring you the game, to bring you the knowledge, and people with some experience, you know, that's been around the block, that's been in the streets, that's had some run-ins, but, man, changed their life, man, and going on and doing bigger and better things. And today, man, I got my man, none other than Doe Johnson, man, all the way from Colorado. He's coming specifically not only to talk about his journey and share that with our Clean Family and our people, but talk about how he's been able to excel in the HVAC industry and how he's teaching other people to do the same, man. We talking 6 figures. Y'all better listen and learn, baby. Let's get it.
For sure, man. That's exactly what it is, you know. Came up in the streets in Duval County in Jacksonville, Florida, and transitioned into the HVAC industry, and I've been excelling. And I just want to give other guys that same game, you know, show them you can do exactly what I did, and just lay out our blueprint for them. So that's what we're doing today.
Get it. So, Joe, man, listen, what's the main piece of information, guidance, man, you would give somebody coming out, incarceration, trying to get back on their feet, man? You know, what's the main 1 or 2 bullet points you gonna hit them with?
Well, number one thing I would say would be discipline, right? So first and foremost, when you're coming back into society, you gotta come with a mindset of operating with discipline, right? You can't come back, you know, just being loosey-goosey, right? You gotta come back with a mindset of operating with discipline, right? And by that, I specifically mean, I talk to a lot of guys who incarcerated. You know, I keep staying in touch with a lot of guys, and one thing I hate hearing, bro, is stuff like, man, but I can't wait to get out and smoke a J, right? I can't wait to get out and hit the club, right? I can't wait to get out and go hang out and go party, right? That's the worst kind of mindset you can have. You know, one thing you want to do, bro, is get out with a mindset of, man, I can't wait to get out and execute my plan, right? I can't wait to get out and put in motion everything I already been planning, I've been thinking about. So the number one thing I would say is discipline. If you don't come out with discipline, man, your first year, you'll have 2 girls pregnant already, you know what I'm saying? You got 2 babies already on the way in your first year. You ain't even executed half of your plan yet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I would say that discipline for sure, bro. That's number one thing. Besides that, I would say strategizing, right? You gotta have a legitimate plan put together. You know, you can't get out and treat life like it's a Lil Wayne album. You know what I'm saying? You can't get out just trying to freestyle. Dig what I'm saying? Right. You can't just come out, I'm just finna punch in or punch out. You gotta come out and have a legit plan and execute on that plan. You did what I'm saying? So those are 2 things I would say for sure, bro. Strategize and come out disciplined.
Now, when you talk about the plan, like, it's important to have a plan. Obviously, we know plans change.
Absolutely.
And the barrier, I think what happens is, one of the things that I tell guys all the time is, even when we have a plan, like, we so excited. They get so excited, man. We got all these goals and dreams. And sometimes the worst thing we can do is tell other people, especially the people that we care about the most. We tell them our plans, we tell them our dreams. They be the first people to shoot it down. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And then it can be discouraging. It can be disappointing in us. You know what I'm saying? But plans change. Talk about, like, you know, your experience in some of the plans, how they shifted for you, but how you was able to, you know, battle through those adverse times.
Absolutely. That's an easy one. So I would say, when I say plan and strategy, I'm specifically referring to your foundation, right? I'm specifically referring to planning out what your foundation is going to be so you can have something solid to build on. Because obviously, once you start putting your house together, you know, you might have to make some tweaks here, make some tweaks there, but you want the foundation to be solid. So that specifically look like when you get out, you know, you need to have a solid game plan for getting your license, right, immediately, right? getting your routine set up immediately as soon as you get out. You know, if you got any kind of probation or parole or anything like that, you know, have all that situated, have all that kind of planned out ASAP. Have you a plan for exactly how you're going to go about finding a job within a month, right? Meaning, you need to have a plan on exactly what it look like, how you're going to be getting out and applying for 3 jobs a day, right?
Bro, listen, I ain't cause you need to put together a 30-day checklist.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get out. This is what you need to be doing in your first 30 days.
For sure.
That's an e-guide in itself, bro.
That is. You just gave me a gem right
know what
now.
I'm saying?
That's definitely what I need to be doing.
For sure. Let's put that together, bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I say the same thing. Your first 30 days, number 1, have that plan. Number 2, document that plan.
Yes.
Document, man, you went and apply for 5 jobs and you ain't get none of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that you can learn from it and that you can manage it. HVAC, bro. How'd you get an HVAC?
So I ended up getting an HVAC. It was a little bit by luck, right? I was working at Central Florida Fairgrounds, and I was just, you know, a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? And one of the guys who I was working with, he ended up leaving that company and going to an HVAC company, and he was calling around trying to recruit guys to come work at an HVAC company with him. The guy who he was trying to recruit, he was telling him, hey man, you know, I can get you $15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? You should come over here and check it out. And the guy turned it down. He was like, I think I'm gonna stay over here where I'm at. So I just heard in the background, I overheard the conversation. I was like, hey man, I definitely come do it.
That's
right?
Me.
Yeah, for sure. You talking to me. And the guy was like, well, even though he wasn't offering me the job specifically, but he was like, you definitely a hard worker. You know, you definitely a fit right in. So he put a word in for me. I put in my application, and long story short, that turned into me getting my start in the HVAC game. Yes, sir.
And so you got your start. Talk to me a little bit of just how you was able to climb your way up, and more importantly, the opportunities for anybody else that's getting out that they may see. Man, I can start here and I can scale relatively quickly.
Well, I started off making $11 an hour. Right, started off in commercial installs in HVAC. Right, just putting in hanging ductwork, you know, doing whatever it takes to put in a system in commercial buildings. Right, started off $11 an hour. I did that for about a year. Then I got another opportunity at another company to do commercial service. Right, and I went from making $11 an hour to making $19 an hour, just like that. Right, that was in 1 year. Then I went from that company to doing residential installs. Right, making about $24 an hour. I did that for about a year. Then I went to another company doing commercial service. Doing residential installs and a little bit of residential service. That was $28 an hour. Okay. Right. Then I did that for about a year. Then I went to another company and they offered me initially they offered me $34 an hour. So every year I got a significant increase in pay. And the only thing was every company I was at, I was acquiring more skills. Right. So every time I work at a company, I acquire more skills. After about a year, I would just see what my value was in the marketplace, and every single year it was like, hey man, we'll pay you more. So, you know, I understood already that physically I can only do this work for so long. So I want to make as much money as possible. So and as quick as possible. So every time I got an opportunity to make more money, I just jumped on it. For sure.
That's dope. Sometimes, you know, you got to move out to move up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And there you go. And so the cool thing that I noticed is not only did you move up and elevate, but then figure out a way that you could take all the skills that you learned and then put it in a book.
Yes, sir.
So that other people can do the same thing that you did. Talk a little bit about this book, this guide specifically for, you know, guys that are felons.
For sure. So I realized that pretty much every day what I was doing was training another guy on how to get started in HVAC, right? I would be doing putting in the system and taking out the system, and I would have a helper who didn't necessarily know as much as I did, so I would have to train him. Eventually, I got the idea that, man, shoot, I should pass this information on to guys that's getting out of prison who are in the same situation just like me, right? Get them the same exact information that I'm giving the guy who I'm helping on a day-to-day basis, and it went just like that. So basically, I just took the information that I was giving a guy every day. I just wrote it down in a book, and it was just that easy. Just pass that information on.
So tell us, what is the book, man? You know, somebody picking this book up, they interested in HVAC. What's this book gonna help them do right out the jump?
Oh man, that's perfect question. Perfect question. This book is going to teach a guy step by step how to take out a residential system and install a residential system, right? So if there's a furnace or air conditioning system inside a home, this book is going to tell you step by step by step the tools you need, the materials you'll be using, and the process you will need to implement to take that old furnace or air conditioning system out and install a new furnace or air conditioning system. And just that information right there is enough for a guy to be able to get a job with an HVAC company, or if they really, take a hold to it and really practice on it, to take out a system and put in a system for themselves, and start.
That's what I'm about to say. I need to do it in my own spot.
For sure.
I might have to definitely read the book, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited. Listen, man, we got a group of guys, male and female, that we train and facilities that we work with. And, people want a better life, man. And we try to surround them, with folks that have had some experience, on one side, and now it's crossed over, elevated, and doing better for themselves. And so I couldn't be more excited, man, to have someone like you that represents what that old life looked like.
For sure.
And now it's representing what a new life can look like. How you feel about what we get ready to embark on? The folks you get ready to speak life into, you better, give some, some game and impact their lives, man. How you feel about that?
Man, I'm extremely excited, bro. I'm extremely excited. It's surreal for me just because I'm just going into it thinking, man, dang, it's not that long ago I was sitting in the same seats that these guys sitting in, right? I'm walking into a facility where I was in this same exact situation. Right, I was incarcerated, listening to guys tell me about business, tell me about strategies that I can implement when I get out. Now I'm on the other side, walking in, and I'm telling guys about my story and telling them how they can get into it. It's something I'm really passionate about. I had a friend who I was trying to get the same exact game to. He wasn't as receptive to it, and unfortunately, he ended up losing his life recently. Right? And now we just walking into it with the mindset and the understanding of, damn, man, if I could have just gave him, the game, if I could have just said the right words to him, maybe he'll still be alive, right? So I'm walking into it, speaking to guys from that perspective, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm so passionate about it, bro, and that's why it's a surreal moment for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
What I love about it, obviously, we're talking about the trades, you're talking about a skill that someone can learn and develop. But even if it's not HVAC, right, you take the principles behind it.
Yes, sir.
You take the hard work, the discipline, the consistency behind it, and whatever it may be, whether it's a different trade, electrical, plumbing, whether it's some other business or industry, or whether it's just, man, listen, I'm going to get better in life in whatever I'm doing to be a better father, to be a better mother, to be a better spouse, significant other, you know what I mean, a son, a daughter, whatever the case may be. Listen, I want to do something different, right? This is my opportunity to learn something, learn a skill, and shift my mindset so that I can apply myself, man, and be the best version of myself, not only for me, for my family, and for my community, man. So I love this, man. I'm glad that we get an opportunity to do this. I know that the people are going to be blessed,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying, and impacted. Sure. And that's all we can hope for. That's all we can hope for, man. If we change the life or the mindset of one person, then we done our job.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We done our job. This is powerful information, bro. You are a powerful vessel.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
That. For sure, I appreciate
that. Like
yeah.
we all have a purpose for being here, on this earth. And you've, through your experiences and now through your skills, you've now crafted out a niche and crafted out, whether this is your true calling or not. I believe this could very well, be a calling in your purpose. Where do you see this going, man? How far, what's the ceiling? What you got, the information you got, and the passion behind what you had.
Man, I think sky's the limit, bro. I think the sky's the limit. Honestly, I don't see a limitation on it, right? I have so many ideas. I have so many creative perspectives that I'm coming from with this. Just being able to give this information to guys. There's so many different ways that I could, or how that can manifest, right? When I first started in HVAC, I was never thinking about writing a book, right? At no point in my life did I ever think about writing a book, right? So I think it's no limit. You know what I mean? I think as long as I just keep operating in my purpose, operating in my gift, which I've discovered that teaching guys specifically in this type of environment, specifically in this type of arena, is definitely a part of my gift, right? Definitely a big part of my passion. And I don't know exactly where that's going to lead me to, right? But I'm just along for the journey. I pray about it as often as I can. And however God decides to use me, like you said, bro, just being a willing vessel, right? Wherever God take me with it, that's where I'm trying to go with it.
That's dope. Sure. And I love it, because a lot of people, they take their experiences, especially if they're negative and bad and it's been traumatic, and they try to bottle them up and hide them and put them away and don't share them. You know what I'm saying? But there's an opportunity to take those experiences and bring them to light. For sure. There's an opportunity there's power in, hey man, this is what I've done, but now let me show you how I've transitioned and those things that I've done, how I've turned them over and turned a new leaf. And so and folks appreciate that, because you're going to say some things I can't say. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because I never sat in those seats, and I don't ever try to proclaim or act like I've done that. But you're going to say some things that folks feel they can resonate with. It's raw. It's, what I mean? It's uncut, and they can feel that passion and they can feel that love behind what you're doing, and it's going to resonate differently. Yeah, I'm hoping what I'm saying? Because you can get some guys that come in and teach certain lessons and teach HVAC, but if they a corporate dude and ain't never had no experience, it don't resonate. You know what I'm saying? I might not vibe, I might not gel exactly what you're talking about, man. Listen, I'm excited. This is going to the top, bro. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Hopefully anything that we can do, Clean can do to help elevate this, man. Of course, we working together. For sure. Collab all the way, you know what I'm saying? Sure. I appreciate it. This should get all the way to the top, bro. Yeah, man. You know what, bro? I wasn't always willing to share my story. You know what I mean? I was kind of reserved for a while, right? It was a big part of my story. I kind of felt like, man, might not necessarily be the best to really start speaking about on camera. You know what I mean? I think I was telling you before, man, I was kind of really caught up in the streets, right? Kind of got caught up in that forever kind of beef, and I wasn't always as adamant about really sharing my story, sharing, the growth that I was going through. But thankful for guys like you, thankful for the opportunities like you offered me that, now I'm starting to really, come out of that shell a little bit and really start to share my story with guys, and hopefully it'll be a blessing to guys, you know what I mean? So thank you, bro, for allowing me a platform and an opportunity to do something like this. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Using, all of our experiences, using our resources, you know what I mean? Our treasures, our platform to help others. If we're not doing that, man, what good are we doing, bro? Yeah. So again, commend you for the work you're doing. Excited for, where this is going to go, and glad to be a part of the journey, man, and the ride. Yes, sir. And man, y'all gonna be blessed. Stay locked in to what we got going on, man. HVAC, easy money. For sure.